Hello and welcome to our psychology analysis session. Today, we will dissect a complex case using the TRAF framework. Truth, reality, and assumption: how an individual's held truth can shape reality, even to the point of tragedy. Truth is a person's internal belief. Reality is the actual occurring fact. An assumption is the way we connect the two. When personal truth and social reality clash, what happens? Let's begin with the case of Alex and John. Both are students at the same school. Alex is quiet and shy. John, on the other hand, is selfish and has a tendency toward bullying. At junction A1, John starts bullying Alex. This occurs in an alley when Alex is alone. John demeans and mocks Alex every time they meet. For Alex, this incident creates a new truth. John is a source of pain. For John, he assumes that this is just a game and typical amusement. The bullying continues. Feeling pressured, Alex finally decides to report the situation to their teacher, Mr. Teo. Alex's current truth is one of hope. Mr. Teo, the teacher, is the system that will take action. However, systemic intervention doesn't always go smoothly. This is where the dynamics of truth begin to be tested. At junction C1, Teo responds. He calls John in and even summons John's parents to the school. Alex feels his truth has been verified and that he has received support. What about John? John's reaction turns into vengeance. How dare Alex report me? The support Alex received actually triggers new aggression in John. And this is the first critical point. Junction D1 shows that John's parents arrive and they back John up. They even scold Teo, arguing that bullying is a normal part of childhood. Alex updates his truth. Teo's intervention was just a hope, but it was ineffective, and he feels unsafe. More dangerously, John feels his truth, that has the right to bully us, now validated and fully supported by his closest figures. Fortunately, at junction E1, Teo stands firm. He imposes a suspension despite the parents' opposition. Alex feels Teo can still be a safe haven, but John views Teo as an obstacle and a source of trouble, further fueling his resentment toward Alex. The failure of John's parents to take control and John's resentment over the suspension lead us into a darker phase of manipulation outside of school oversight. A few days later, at branch F1, John planned bullying outside of school. His goal was not only to hurt, but to pressure Alex into never reporting to Teo again. Alex felt ashamed and did not want to trouble Teo anymore, even though Teo was his only source of safety. John actually went through with it. He took Alex to a hidden area outside the school and did something humiliating and harmful, demanding that Alex comply with his wishes. Alex's truth was tragically updated. Teo could not really help. He had to obey John to avoid worse violence. John, on the other hand, felt that the truth he believed in, that bullying was justified, now fully confirmed by reality. Branch H1 is the point where both of these truths worsened further. Alex became increasingly trapped, and John became more certain of his power. There was no intervention, no hope. Amidst this despair, at branch I1, Alex sought a way out. He no longer sought help but wanted to eliminate the source of his pain. Alex's truth was forming a deadly conclusion. If he is the source of the pain, then I must eliminate him. This is the breaking point. When the support system fails, individual truth can take over, with fatal consequences. Alex really went through with it. At branch J1, he poisoned John, and John died. Having suffered for so long, Alex finally saw the truth. he believed and become reality. He felt free and relieved. The sense of freedom and the confirmation of his belief. Removing the source of the problem is the solution. Elevated Alex's personal truth into an absolute believed reality. Branch K1 delivers an ironic ending. Alex was arrested and put on trial, yet he didn't care. Why? Because the legal truth he faced was not the same as the individual truth he had lived. In prison, Alex argued, if I'm wrong, does that make bullying right? If bullying is still wrong, why am I the one in jail? If they're right, couldn't they have helped me? The truth he held had grown into a reality far stronger than the law itself. This case shows that we can't simply label Alex as entirely wrong. The critical issue lies in John's parents failing to oppose bullying, and in Alex having no access to effective protection. System failures and negative reinforcement created a void, which was filled by an extreme form of truth. Alex was right on an individual level, but wrong socially. This is the dilemma we need to reflect on. When the social system fails to validate the victim's reality, the victim may end up constructing their own truth, sometimes with tragic consequences. Thank you.